If you're a lazy gardener like me, fall is one of the best times to plant if you want lots of beautiful flowers next year without much work. I'm always looking for flowers that don't need constant watering, pruning, fertilizing, or babysitting. I want plants I can put in the ground, mostly leave alone, and still get beautiful blooms year after year. So today, I'm sharing 10 easy flowers to plant this fall that are perfect for lazy gardeners. These aren't random plants I found on a list. I actually grow every single one of them in my own garden, so you're seeing what they really look like in my yard. Some are perennials you can plant in September, while others are spring flowering bulbs you'll plant later in October or November. Let's start with one of my favorite flowers, peonies. If you want a plant that gives you a lot of beauty for surprisingly little work, peonies are hard to beat. They're one of those plants you can plant once and enjoy for years and years. In fact, a happy peony can live for decades. Fall is a great time to plant bare root peonies. They like plenty of sun and well draining soil, and once they're established, I really don't do much to mine. Then every spring, they come back and give me these enormous, gorgeous flowers. For a lazy gardener, that's exactly the kind of plant I want. Another flower I grow and love is iris. Irises are probably one of the easiest set it and forget it flowers in my garden. Since they're established, I barely do anything to them. I almost never water my irises. For the most part, normal rainfall is enough, and they still come back every year with these gorgeous flowers. They love plenty of sun and good drainage, and they seem perfectly happy being left alone. That's what I love about irises. They look beautiful when they're blooming, but they don't need me constantly watering, fertilizing, or fussing over them. For me, they're the ultimate lazy gardener flower. Plant them, leave them alone, and enjoy the blooms year after year. Next are black-eyed Susans. If you want something cheerful and easy, black-eyed Susans are a great choice. They're those bright yellow flowers with dark brown centers. And they're one of those plants that can make a garden look like you've done a lot more work than you actually have. They like full sun, they're fairly drought tolerant once established, and they bloom for weeks. They can also spread, which can either be a good thing or something you need to keep an eye on. Personally, if a pretty flower wants to multiply without me doing any work, I'm usually okay with that. They're a great choice for filling in a sunny garden bed. Next are daylilies. Daylilies have to be on any lazy gardener list because they're so forgiving. You can find them growing around old houses, along roadsides, and in gardens that haven't received much attention in years. And somehow they still come back and bloom. They tolerate a range of conditions, although you'll generally get the best flowering with plenty of sun. So far, I've talked about a lot of flowers that like sun. But what if you have a shady spot? That's where astilbe comes in. Astilbe is one of my favorite perennials for part shade. It produces beautiful, fluffy flower plumes that can come in pink, white, red, and other shades. Once you've planted it in the right location, it's a pretty easy perennial. The biggest thing astilbe needs is moisture. This isn't a plant I would put in a hot, dry part of the garden and completely forget about. It prefers soil that stays consistently moist, especially during hot weather. But if you have a partly shaded area with decent moisture, astilbe can come back year after year without requiring much fuss. Early fall is a good time to plant it because the cooler weather gives the roots a chance to establish before winter. Of course, I couldn't make this list without hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are another one of my favorite low maintenance plants because they look like they should be a lot of work, but mine are actually very easy. Once they're established, I usually only water them about once a week, and normal rainfall often does most of the work for me. I fertilize them just once a year, and that's basically it. I also don't prune mine. I just leave them alone and let them do their thing. For such a showy plant with these huge, beautiful flowers, hydrangeas really don't ask for much. Plant them in the right spot, give them some water when they need it, fertilize once a year, and enjoy the flowers. They're definitely another lazy gardener favorite in my yard. Next are Shasta daisies. If you love that classic white flower with a sunny yellow center, Shasta daisies are a great perennial to grow. They're simple, cheerful, and very easy to work into almost any garden. Give them plenty of sun and well draining soil, and they'll return year after year. I love Shasta daisies because they're not plants that I feel like I have to constantly fuss over. Now we're moving on to flowering spring bulbs, starting with daffodils. Daffodils are one of my favorite bulbs because they're about as close as you can get to plant it and forget it gardening. You plant the bulbs in the fall, wait all winter, and then suddenly you have flowers popping up in early spring. Even better, daffodils tend to come back year after year and can multiply when they're happy. They're also generally less appealing to deer than tulips, which is a big plus if deer are a problem in your garden. Plant your daffodil bulbs after the weather and soil have cooled, but before the ground freezes. Next are alliums. If you've ever seen those giant purple balls floating above a garden bed, those are ornamental alliums. And they're surprisingly easy to grow. Like daffodils, you plant allium bulbs in the fall for flowers the following year. They're related to onions and garlic, which is one reason deer and many other animals tend to leave them alone. I love alliums because they add something completely different to a flower bed. The tall stems and round flower heads add height and structure without requiring a lot of work. Plant them in a sunny spot with well draining soil, and then basically let them do their thing. Next, we have tulips. Tulips are a little different from most of the other plants on this list because I don't really think of them as a true perennial where you can expect the same reliable, consistent flowers year after year. Realistically, I usually get a really good show for about 1 or 2 seasons. And then it's time to plant fresh bulbs again. But I still think tulips are completely worth it because they're so easy. You plant the bulbs in the fall, basically forget about them all winter, and then next spring you're rewarded with this amazing display of flowers with almost no work. That's what I love about tulips. Even if I have to replant the bulbs every couple of years, the amount of effort is so small compared with the payoff. Just wait until the soil has cooled in the fall before planting them, as long as the ground hasn't frozen. For me, tulips are still a lazy gardener favorite. Plant them once in the fall, do almost nothing, and enjoy a gorgeous show the following spring. So, when should you plant everything? Here in coastal Connecticut, September is a great month for planting perennials and shrubs like peonies, daylilies, astilbe, irises, Shasta daisies, and hydrangeas. For spring flowering bulbs like daffodils, alliums, and tulips, I usually wait until October or November, once the soil has cooled but before the ground freezes. That's what I love about fall planting. You do a little work now, and next year your garden rewards you with flowers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you're a fellow lazy gardener, subscribe to Planning 101 for more easy, low-maintenance gardening ideas. And if you grow hydrangeas, my next video is for you. I'm going to show you my easy fall hydrangea cleanup routine for lazy gardeners, including what I do, what I don't do, and how little maintenance they really need. It's a simple routine that helps me get them ready for winter without spending a lot of time in the garden. So make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in that video.